All about marketing today. I don't know who's doing marketing or what kind of marketing you're doing in your business, but I can tell you in my business, I do plenty of marketing to try to find off-market deals. So today, we're going to talk about some of the things that I like to track. My name's Aaron Impens, and let's go over some of those things today. Okay, so like I said, all about marketing today. Now, we've got some topics to discuss, but I want to remind you, I shot another video with a marketing company, Molly Marketing. When we talk marketing, one of the most important things is to understand what your marketing is doing and what is that producing for you. Okay, so here's some of the things that I track in my business on the marketing. My budget, okay? When I send something out, I want to know how much that's going to cost, you know? Is that going to cost me $1,000, $5,000, $10,000? What does that look like? Your pieces sent, okay? So this looks a little bit more towards direct mail or maybe cold calling or something like that where you have actual amounts that you send out to someone. Maybe these are letters in the mail, you know, different things like that. You're going to want to keep track of those things. The next is going to be your calls and appointments. This is important. This is important. How are you going to determine what kind of response you're getting if you don't track your calls and appointments? Now, you want to track them separately because your calls, just because you get a call, just because you get that lead, doesn't mean that you went anywhere with it, right? It doesn't mean that you went on that appointment or that it was a good lead or anything like that. So track those separately, but make sure you're tracking those as well. And then, of course, your closed deals. That's how you know if you're making money, right? Your closed deals. That's how you make money, I should say. So definitely something you want to track. How can you track these things? Everybody asks me that. On your marketing, you want to put something to be able to designate where that comes from. One thing that I use is a different phone number for each marketing type of campaign that I use. So like my direct mail has a phone number, and my cold calling has a phone number, or my banded signs have a phone number, or anything like that. It all has a different phone number that obviously funnels to the same one, but that phone number then tracks your calls and your appointments, and you can then track it to your closed deals. So when you track all of this stuff, what are some of the things that you want to make sure you know? Well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about your conversion rate. Okay, you want to know however many appointments you are getting for the amount of calls that you get. Okay, how many appointments are you going on for the amount of calls that you get? That way you can tell, hey, everybody that calls in, I'm getting a 10% appointment return on that, or whatever that return ends up being, but you want to monitor that, and then once you get a baseline for it, obviously you're going to try to shoot for that, making that better. Okay, one of the other things you want to look at is your cost per lead. So again, a lead is just going to be a call. Someone that calls in and says, hey, I have interest. What that interest level is, I don't know. It could be not very much, or it could be highly motivated, but you want to track your calls and your cost per lead. To do that, take your total budget divided by the amount of calls that you get. Obviously, that's going to come out to around, I don't know, 30 bucks, 40 bucks, something like that. The last one you want to talk about is your cost per deal. This is important. This is going to kind of determine how much money you have to spend in marketing on average to get you a deal. So to determine that, obviously you take your budget divided by your closed deals. And then what you're going to do is you want to know that this cost per deal is less than your budget, obviously. That's going to mean that you're making money. If your budget's $10,000 and then your deal costs you $10,000, if you didn't make more than $10,000 on that deal, why are you doing it, right? That's not a marketing campaign that you want to keep using. So I know I went over this really quick, but keep track of this stuff along the way. This is very important. The way that people are successful in this business is by consistently marketing and then knowing exactly what this stuff looks like, what it's costing them, and how much they're having to spend. You know, once you know that your budget of $10,000 gets you 3 deals at $10,000 a piece, well, guess what? What if you take that budget to $30,000? Is that going to then get you 9 deals at $10,000 a piece? You know, it should translate that way. So, or similar to that. That's why these are important. Okay. You guys have any questions on this? I know that I went through it pretty quick, but if you have any questions on it, you let me know. Put it in the comments. I'll make sure and answer those. If you have any questions on me as to what kind of marketing that I do, I'd be glad to help you with that too. Make sure and leave that in the comment below. So I hope you liked the video. Hit that subscribe button. Give me some likes and some shares, everything else, all that good stuff. We'll see you guys next time.